Calaroga Shark Media.
Hi and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. What do Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and Prince Harry have in common? Well, to us not much, but Omid Scobie reports Prince Harry is to be inducted into the Living Legends of Aviation Hall of Fame, joining other aviators who have made significant contributions in the aerospace industry, including Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. A ceremony will take place in Beverly Hills on January 19th. The official Living Legends of Aviation website explains why Harry qualifies for entry. A British Army veteran and pilot with 10 years military service, flying training missions in the US, UK, and Australia, as well as combat missions in Afghanistan, saving the lives of Allied forces and countless civilians, and creator of the Invictus Games for wounded veterans around the world. Expected to attend are William Shatner, Kenny G, and Kurt Russell. It's unclear if Harry will. John Travolta will serve as host. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams said, "The term living legend surely does not apply here. If to him, then why not to every pilot who has seen service? No doubt his founding of the Invictus Games has been taken into account, but living legend is surely ridiculous." Author Robert Jobson agreed, saying, "I think the idea that Prince Harry is getting an award for being a living legend of aviation seems a bit daft. He's hardly Chuck Yeager or Amelia Earhart, is he? It devalues the word legend. He fought very bravely in Afghanistan and served 2 hours of duty as a helicopter pilot. I think it says more about the award system than it does about his status as an aviation legend." The former head of the Royal Navy, Lord Alan West, knows more about flying than we do. He called the move pathetic. Lord West said, "Harry is not a living legend. There are lots of people who deserve to be called this, but not Prince Harry. I find it extraordinary he has been picked. He didn't carry off any great exciting feat of amazing flying skill while flying for the army. They're just trying to get publicity. They know it will cause a stir. I find the whole thing really rather pathetic." The alliances on Royal Beach may have switched up. Prince Harry's close friend, Nacho Figueres, often referred to as the David Beckham of polo, was seen spending time with Zara and Mike Tyndall during a romantic day at the beach in Byron Bay, Australia. Nacho, a fellow polo player and one of Prince Harry's best pals, enjoyed the beach outing with Zara, who was Prince Harry's cousin, and her husband, former rugby player Mike Tyndall. Also present was Nacho's wife, Delphina Blaquier. This rendezvous sparked discussion among royal enthusiasts on Twitter, with one commentator suggesting a potential distancing between Harry and his friends. Even Meghan may have been distancing herself from Harry. According to The Telegraph, Meghan was reportedly more cautious than Harry when it came to his memoir, Spare. A source revealed that Meghan, who is known for her media-savvy approach, may have expressed some reservations about the decision to release the memoir. However, once Harry decided to proceed with the project, she offered him her full support. The source explained that while Meghan might have approached the situation differently, she always stands behind her husband and wouldn't have interfered with the promotion of such a personal project. The memoir was Harry's opportunity to share his own life story, perspective, and journey. Meghan's absence from the promotional activities for the book fueled rumors about the state of their marriage and raised questions about her future career moves without her husband. However, royal expert Richard Kay, speaking on True Royalty TV's The Royal Beat, suggested that Meghan's strategy of distancing herself from the project could ultimately be a wise move. He speculated that if she desired, she could bring about significant change in her own career. Kay noted that there was a perspective among her advisors that her personal brand could be negatively affected if she appeared too closely tied to Harry during the book's promotion, which could explain her deliberate distancing. Princess Anne appears determined to maintain her reputation as the hardest-working member of the British royal family, showing no signs of slowing down in 2024. Queen Elizabeth's only daughter embarked on her first international royal trip of the year by visiting Sri Lanka with her husband, Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence. In an unusual display of down-to-earth behaviour for royalty, the couple opted for a commercial flight for their journey, and Sri Lankan Airlines shared images of them carrying their own bags onto the plane on social media. Palace Intrigue will be right back. New concerns regarding the relationship between Prince Frederick and his younger brother, Prince Joachim, have surfaced as it was announced that Joachim and his wife, Princess Marie, will not attend the proclamation ceremony on Sunday, further deepening the royal family feud over stripped titles. The Danish royal family confirmed that Joachim and Marie will not return from the United States for Frederick and Princess Mary's succession, despite their recent presence in Denmark for the traditional New Year reception on January 1st at Amalienborg Palace. Joachim and Marie relocated to Washington, D.C. in late 2023 after a family dispute with Queen Margrethe over royal titles. This discord began in October 2022 when Queen Margrethe decided to future-proof the royal family by removing Joachim and Marie's children from their royal titles, which deeply upset Joachim, who publicly criticized the Queen's decision. In contrast, Mary and Frederick supported Queen Margrethe's choice, with Mary stating, "Change can be extremely difficult and can really hurt. I think most people have tried it, but this does not mean that the decision is not the right one." Joachim, like his British counterpart, Prince Harry, is a former military officer and once second in line to the Danish throne. However, he has fallen to sixth in line of succession following the birth of Mary and Frederick's 4 children. Unlike the Sussexes, Joachim and Marie continue to use their royal titles and represent the Danish royal family abroad. Despite Joachim and Marie's absence from the celebrations, Mary's eldest sister, Jane Stevens, a pharmacist in Tasmania, is travelling to Denmark to support her sister as she becomes the first Australian queen of a European monarchy. Jane previously served as one of Mary's bridesmaids at her wedding to Frederick in 2004. Officials in Denmark have yet to determine the financial allocation for the new monarch, but for many Danes, the royal family symbolizes a sense of enchanting tradition that justifies any expenditure. The Danish royal family's expenditures are approximately 8 times lower than those of their British counterparts, making the Danish monarchy one of the most beloved in Europe, garnering support from over 70% of the population. According to a 2023 survey for a Danish newspaper, 52% of Danes believe the Queen's compensation is appropriate or insufficient, while 30% consider it excessive. In 2022, official data revealed that the royal family received 88.9 million Danish crowns, about $13 million in public funds, in contrast to Britain's royal family, which received £86 million, $109 million during the same year. Danes also appreciate a touch of pomp and glamour, as evidenced when the Queen recently traversed the streets of Copenhagen in a gilded horse-drawn carriage dating back to 1840. "The golden carriage, she doesn't do that often, and it's quite impressive," commented Lone Percy Smith, a 60-year-old audiology professor, as she and her husband arrived to witness Margrethe II's final ride in the carriage as monarch. Pensioner Eric Magden noted that the royal family offers Danes a unique experience, adding, "and we contribute back a bit through taxes." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalacintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It really helps. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.